teachers, and my dear friends. Class 12A welcomes you to this morning's assembly. Today's assembly we dedicate to the memory of our founder, Blessed Edmund Ignatius Rice, whose 177th death anniversary we commemorate today.
Today, we will reflect on some of his remarkable qualities which made him such an exceptional human being. Let us draw inspiration from the many virtues and values that he embodied. Let us strive to cultivate some of these virtues in ourselves, as this will be the greatest tribute we can pay him. Let us resolve to carry forward his rich legacy.
We live in troubled times. Poverty, conflict, terrorism, corruption, and other forms of misery continue unabated. We could easily be overwhelmed by these problems reported in the media in graphic detail.
If our times are troubled, so too were those in which Edmund Rice lived. But he refused to think and act negatively. He believed that, quote, providence is our inheritance, that the Lord would provide, unquote. We now present a short video of the life and times of Edmund Rice.
We will now reflect on the many remarkable and sterling qualities of Blessed Edmund Ignatius Rice and how we can apply them to our daily lives.
One of the greatest strengths of Edmund Ignatius Rice was his deep faith in God. This faith sustained him through difficult and challenging times of his life. Financial worries, betrayal by friends, and physical and emotional hardships all played their part in threatening his mission to establish the schools for the poor. At such time, his Catholic faith gave him hope that God's love would win over every evil. This is an important lesson that we learn from his life. We must all have a deep personal relationship with God and faith in his wisdom. This will help us during difficult times. We all need a spiritual anchor, and a faith in God will serve us as a moral compass and guide us through the maze of life.
Given the overall success of Edmund Rice in establishing the community and work of the Christian Brothers, it is tempting to presume that his life was straightforward and trouble-free. Nothing could be further from the truth. During his lifetime, political and legal obstacles threatened his mission to establish schools for the poor. Despite all these hurdles in life, Edmund Rice persevered in his effort and overcame every hurdle in life and fulfilled his mission. This is an important lesson that all of us need to learn from our founder, Edmund Rice. In life, things may not always go our way, but by drawing inspiration from the persevering spirit displayed by Edmund Rice, we must be determined in pursuing our goals, even in the face of obstacles and failure, till we finally succeed.
Initiative, a word that can change the world. The spark that has led to some of the greatest events in history. What is initiative? Initiative is the ability to decide and act on your own without waiting for somebody to tell you what to do. Edmund Rice, an astute businessman, a loving husband, a visionary, and the tireless champion of the poor, took the initiative to spread education, especially among the poor. Of his own accord, he responded to the needs of the street children. This initiative dramatically improved the lives of the children from the alleys of Waterford to the streets of Gor Bazar, Calcutta. The initiative, undertaken by Edmund Ignatius Rice more than 200 years ago, led to the spread of Christian brother missions all around the world. Following his example, we too can take the initiative to address some of the problems that we see around us in our neighborhood or town. Instead of just complaining about the issues that ail our society today, such as poverty, illiteracy, corruption, pollution, climate change, we should address these problems by making our own small contribution, such as donating a part of our pocket money to the poor, teaching an illiterate person, and keeping our school campus clean and free of plastic. We should be the change we want to see in the world.
Long before Edmund Rice began his mission of educating the poor, he proved himself to be a compassionate human being, using his talents and opportunities to respond to people in need. Compassion is not a matter of feeling sorry for someone. Compassion is a feeling for and with others. Compassion can transform society. Being students of a Christian Brothers school, we must understand that justice starts with us, that a truly humane society is created by people with compassionate hearts who act justly and love deeply. Like our founder, let us show compassion in our dealings with others and thus help to create a kinder and better world.
An outstanding quality of Edmund Rice was his selflessness and his willingness to sacrifice himself for a greater cause. He sold his thriving and expanding business and devoted the proceeds to the most wretched of God's children. And having exchanged his comfortable home for a bleak room in a stable loft, he devoted himself to working tirelessly for the poor. He continually made himself available to those in distress and showed a willingness to act on behalf of those who suffered injustice. Having placed himself at the service of others, his wisdom and courage allowed him to serve with the humility that defined his life. The life of Blessed Edmund Rice has valuable lessons for us in the 21st century. His brand of selfless sacrifice may be difficult to emulate, but in our own small way, we can apply his selfless ethics. We can do this by donating our surplus clothes, toys, and stationery to those in need. We could sacrifice our free time to help a classmate who is struggling to improve his grades. By doing so, we will cultivate the virtue of selflessness.
At the beginning of the 21st century, the problems may be different, but the need for example and hope is greater than ever. Edmund Rice was, according to several opinions, someone raised up by God to serve a particular purpose at a particular time. But he was also a man for all time, at once a contemplative person and a man of action, a visionary and a realist, a person who could blend to the ultimate degree a mystical love of God with a practical love of humanity. Such a man comes seldom. Edmund Rice still lives. The many pilgrims who visit the place of his birth near Callan and the chapel of the Blessed Sacrament at Mount Zion are among those who feel his presence. They would agree with the Quaker who wrote, "He lives, oh yes he lives, the highest, noblest and greatest life. He lives in the noble band of Christian workmen to whom he has passed on his spirit and his work. He also continues to live in all those who are interested and noble and purified in these schools of which he has been the founder."
We now present some of Edmund Rice's most memorable thoughts and quotes.
But let us do ever so little for God. We can be sure He would never forget it, nor let it pass unrewarded. We all need action to awaken. Good counsel is inspiring, but example is more clear. Words may sound, but deeds will thunder. One thing you can be sure of, that whilst you work for God, whether you succeed or not, He will amply reward you. The world and everything in it is continuously changing, which proves to us that there is nothing permanent under the sun, and that perfect happiness is not to be expected, but in another world.
We now present the hymn entitled, Lord, Make Me an Instrument.
Lord, make me an instrument of worship. I lift up my hands in your name. Lord, make me an instrument of worship. I lift up my hands in your name. Sing you a love song of worship. I lift up my hands in your name. I sing you a love song to Jesus. I lift up my hands in your name. For we are a symphony of worship. I lift up my hands in your name. For we are a symphony of worship. I lift up my hands in your name. Sing you a love song of worship. I lift up my hands in your name. Sing you a love song to Jesus. We lift up our hands in your name. We lift up our hands in your name. We lift up our hands in your name.
Edmund Ignatius Rice brought hope to all he met, and in doing so, helped to transform his world. His example is, therefore, still relevant today. Like him, we should do all we can to help our brothers and sisters in need, willingly and joyfully.
Edmund Rice founded the Congregation of Christian Brothers in 1802. His example was an inspiration to people all over the world, and many have been attracted by his vision and generosity. He was a radical revolutionary who believed students could become agents of change. Opening the hearts and minds of boys and young men, he helped fill them with the hope that they were free to build a better future for all. Today, his spiritual sons, the Christian Brothers, continue his mission by serving God and the poor around the world. Now, we present a video showing all the CCBI schools in India.
There was born a man long ago. He heard his father calling him, but how can I help, Lord? How may I lend a hand? Just look around and you will know. He saw the young ones with no place to go. No money for an education, so they missed out. Edmund gave what he had and started a school, a place to learn in the faith of God. Edmund Ignatius Rice, today we celebrate your life. You were a guiding light to them who followed you. Edmund Ignatius Rice, today we celebrate your life. You were a guiding light to them who followed you, to them who followed you, to them who followed you.
Now I would like to request our principal, Brother Hector Pinto, to address the assembly.
Good morning. Good morning. For the last few years, we have been celebrating the Founders' Day on 5th of May. Earlier, we used to celebrate the Founders' Day on 29th of August because we celebrate usually the feast on the death anniversary of a saint. I don't have to tell you about Edmund Rice. You know about it. You can check it on the website. But definitely Edmund Rice inspired me to join the Christian Brothers. Edmund Rice inspired these two brothers to join the Christian Brothers. I'll just tell you how I became a brother. When I was a young student, a young kid, I wanted to become a priest. The priest who say the mass in the church. Because the bishop of our diocese was from our village. So I have a second name called Basil. So my grandparents, my relatives said, you should become a priest. But over the years, the desire was not there to become a priest. I wanted to get married like all of you wanted. But in class 9, when you were in class 9, we used to get different priests used to come to visit our school. By the way, I did not study in Christian Brothers School. Even Brother Ryan did not study in Christian Brothers School. Brother Sato studied, yes. So we did not know these brothers. I was not that fortunate to study in Christian Brothers School. I studied in a church school up to 7th standard and in a convent school run by the nuns from class 8 to 10. When I was in class 9, there are many priests to come and speak about their congregation. The Jesuits, Capuchins, we have St. Francis Home. They all came, invited us to join them. Somehow I wasn't inspired. Then once we got Patrician Brothers came. You know, St. George's School, Missouri, St. Joseph's Academy, they have run big schools. They also came. I wasn't inspired. Then one fine day, two brothers come, one Australian and one Indian brother. And they spoke about them. Till then I did not know that there are brothers who do not become priests, fathers, we call. I didn't know, we knew only fathers. So I was quite surprised. And they invited us to come for a camp, a vocation camp. Okay, that was in Pachme. You saw that St. Joseph's College. I was principal there also. He said, come for 2 days for the camp, see our life, listen to us. Then if you're interested, join us. Okay, that was 25th and 26th of January, 24th, 25th, 26th. 26th Republic Day, holiday. 25th, as all of you bunk classes. Okay, did not attend classes. 24th, again, you missed 2 days of classes. Why not? So I gave my name. Many of our friends, those days no mobiles, nothing, no telephones, nothing was there. So we decided to go. 4 or 5 of us, we went for this camp. So when I went there, I did not know where the school was, St. Joseph's PU College. Never been to that school. It's not very far away. In those days, didn't have much of communication. Okay, no telephones, I told you. Only inland letters. Looking for the school, and we found the school. And as we were going, we heard some singing. So we found the place. We did not know a word of English. Then we found one brother, a fair brother, Australian brother, C.J. Harrison. He was teaching. There were 100, 110 students from various schools who had come for that camp. So we went there. He asked my name. He had the Australian accent. I couldn't answer. I was so nervous. Anyway, 2 days we enjoyed, got to know them. One thing I really liked about them is the way these brothers interacted with the children. In our school, in the convent, we never spoke to the teachers, never went inside the headmistress's office. The only time you could is to get caning or punishment. That's the only time. But here, I saw the brothers, there were 3 or 4 brothers who were there, mingling with the children, students, so friendly, saw them playing. I was inspired. Anyway, on the last day, they gave us a sheet, asked for our name, our address, name of the school, and they asked one question, do you want to join the brothers? And I wrote, no. That was it. Went back, times passed, forgot about these brothers. When I was in class 10, again these brothers came for another year. And they asked, this year I decided I'm not going for the camp because I had to make a decision. And I didn't want to become a brother. So they gave us a slip of paper whether you want to come for the camp. And I wrote no, and almost everyone wrote no. Then we asked, are you going? And they said, no. I felt very bad because I liked these brothers, but I didn't want to go alone. So I asked one of my friends called Theodore Alvarez, brothers. I said, Theo, let's go. We can miss bunk 1 day of class. We'll have fun. Then we'll come back. He said, no way. I'm not coming. My parents will not allow me. And if I come, I have to become a brother. My parents will not allow me. I said, don't worry. I will tell you all the tricks. None of us will become a brother. Then he said, my parents will not allow me. I said, don't worry. I'll speak to your parents. So 2 of us wrote yes. Then 2 more boys wrote. So 4 of us decided to go. So next I would have to convince Theo's parents to send him for the camp. I didn't want to go alone. So when I went, father straight away said, no, he's not going for the camp. He's my son, I want him to be here. And if he wants to become a priest, let him become a priest, but not brother. So I told the father, do not worry. I will give you a guarantee that he will not become a brother, I will not become a brother. Do not worry. We will just go and come back. Eventually we got the permission. Because I had attended the previous camp, I told this Theo, see, enjoy, okay, participate in every activities. On the last day, I'll tell you what to do. 2 days over, we enjoyed every bit of it, got to know the brothers. There were some candidates who were there. One of the candidates was Brother Ryan's uncle, Brother Charles was one of those candidates. Another candidate who was there, also Brother William. He had come and met some of our students, the boarders, if you remember. Those 2 were doing class 12. So we went there. Last day, I told you, now be careful. Give your name, don't give your home address. Otherwise they'll come to your house. And write no. If you want to become a brother, you write big no, and no. And I will write the same thing. This is what happened. How the God works. So we were start separately. But what happened is they changed the question. Little bit of twist. So the question was, does God call you to follow him? Now that's different. I didn't expect this question. Do you want to become brother? I would have written no. And say yes. Then you write whether brother or a priest. So I don't know. I wrote yes. Because I didn't want to say I want to get married. You know, those days married we were feeling very shy. Teasing about the girlfriends and everything. So I wrote yes, but I did not write priest or a brother. Amazingly, Theo also wrote the same thing. He wrote yes, but he did not write brother or sister. Nobody wanted to write we want to get married. Even we wanted to get married. Even you did the same. No, I will not get married. So we gave the slips. Theo came and he grumbled at me. I told you. I said, then why did you write yes? But he said, I did not write brother. I said, okay, look, after lunch, we'll go quietly off. We will not say goodbye. And just 10 kilometers away, there is one theatre. There is one lovely Kannada film. We'll watch it. Those going for a film was very, very difficult. Then we go home. So we decided to do that. But there is a brother called Brother Wilfred D'Souza. He calls me before the lunch. He says, Hector, come here. And he shows me the paper and he says, you did not write brother or priest or wanted to get married. So what do you want to do? I don't know what happened. I said, brother. He called Theodore and he asked him the same question separately, otherwise we discussed. And he also said, brother. And anyway, he said, bye. And Theo was a little bit upset, you know. Anyway, we went for a movie. Okay, I was a mastermind for all these things. That's why we know all your tricks. Don't worry, because we went through that. We went home, completely forgot about it. And I told Theo, do not worry. You have not given your home address, nor I have given my home address. They will not find us. Okay, let's not write letters. One fine evening, I had gone to play cricket and I was coming back and I saw a bike, Rajdoot bike. I don't know whether they ordered Rajdoot bike in those days. Anyway, when I saw that bike, those are bike were a big thing. I ran, I said, one of my cousins must have come. As soon as I went near the gate, I saw a man with this habit. So I quietly went out, I didn't want to meet him. And he saw me. And Hector, come. This is what Brother Wilfred. So I went in. My parents did not know anything about this. And Brother Wilfred said, Hector, you did not tell your parents that you want to join the brothers. By then, my father used to be in the guards in a coffee estate. They had given a big list of what you write in the diary. All the complaints. This Hector doesn't study, always late, goes to play. He is not fit to be a brother or priest because they didn't want me to become a brother. So again they started my grandmother. She didn't want me to become a brother. No, he can't become. He is a very naughty boy. And Brother Wilfred said, I say the same thing in when many students come for admission. We want naughty boys to join the brothers. That word changed, I decided to become a brother. But I had a lot of objections because I'm the eldest son. When you become a brother, means leave your family, leave property, no marriage, go wherever you're sent. And in those days, once you join, you visit your parents after every 2 years or 3 years. Anyway, then I had to convince my dad. I was very scared of my dad. Okay. He was known, I used to call him Saddam Hussein. Okay, very strict man of principle. He also said, Hector, no. If you want to become a priest, we'll allow you. Otherwise, stay at home. I said, no, I want to become a brother. Anyway, eventually, lot of discussions. One of my uncles who was a priest, he belonged to Lucknow diocese. He said, if it's the Christian brothers, let him join. So I joined the brothers. But my mother told everybody, he's joined the body because she didn't believe that I will remain in the brothers so long. When I joined first week, like any other boarders go through, felt homesick. I was very excited when I joined. Then this man Theo decided not to join. Okay. Then after a year, after a week or 2 weeks, I started feeling homesick. Like any other boarders, I started getting heartaches, headaches, fever, all this, because just homesickness. And I was permitted to go home every week. Every time I went home, I felt more homesick. And one day I told my mother, I want to leave the brothers. So mom said, you tell your dad, you want to join. I told my dad. In those days, no counseling. What happened? Cheer up, child, beta, kya ho gaya, nothing. He took a bed and gave me 2 shots. That's it. And yeah, who asked you to join the brothers? You wanted to join. Then he told me, asked me 3 questions. Tell me the food. How's the food? I said, food is good. Second, tell me about the brothers. Are they good to you? I said, yes. Tell me about the college. How is it? I said, very good. Then he said, you have no reason to come back. Wait for a year. And next he said, you are not going to come home till the final holidays. My home visits were cancelled. I had no choice. I had to stay. After a year, my dad asked me. My dad wanted me to come back. Who did what? But he knew what was good for me. Okay? This is a message also for the boarders. So I remained, I finished my class 11. My house was not very far away, 7-8 kilometers. Then my dad asked me, now if you want to come back, you can come back. And my dad told me, look, there are a lot of things you may not like, but we have to do it. So I told my dad, no, I'm not coming back. I finished my class 12. Important decision I had to make. This was come and see. Stay with the brothers, then decide. I had to go to Shillong for my novitiate. By then when I finished class 11, this Theo who had decided not to join, joined the brothers. I gave guarantee to his father, he will not join the brother, nor I join. He is now brother Theodore Alvarez. He had taught here for a few months. He is in Shillong, working in a village. And after class 12, I had to make a decision. Then I told my dad, I'm going to Shillong. In those days, Shillong, traveling would take 5 days. We had to go to Chennai, Chennai to Kolkata, Kolkata to New Bongaigaon, New Bongaigaon to Guwahati, Guwahati to Shillong. Different culture. And my next visit would have been after 3 years. I told no phone calls. So my dad told me, Hector, decide, think. I said, no, I'm going. And here I am now, still a brother. I joined in the year 1980, now 22. And all is because of this man, Edmund Rice. It does not mean that we had a very easy life, very comfortable life. You ask any brothers, like your parents, they had also a difficult time. Looks very rosy. Oh, your principal, so nice. You have no idea. Responsibility of principal is not going to be easy. And leaving your parents is not easy. There are sometimes you feel we can't do much for our parents. My mother is there. I am here. Okay, I can't visit as I like. We have also, all the brothers take 3 vows. If you do not know, a vow of obedience. Obedience, we go wherever we are sent. We do whatever we do. Okay, a vow of poverty, we don't keep properties. Okay, nothing in our name. And vow of chastity, also we don't get married. Okay, many wanted to do, came to me and said, but I want to become a brother. What should I do? Now I'll tell you, these things you have to follow. Okay? And who inspires me now? One is definitely God, the founder. But our strength is the brothers, is our life, community life. This is our family. We 3 brothers. We are one family. And another thing that inspires me is you, the students. There's no other great joy than being with you. So therefore I want to thank you, okay, for being very good to us, welcoming, caring, and all the teachers. So on behalf of all the brothers, I want to thank all the students and the staff for organizing this program. We have another day, the 5th of May, and pray to God. Okay, this is an opportunity for me to tell you. Many had asked me, why did you become a brother? Okay, some do not know where I live also. Okay, the day scholars. And second, we do not have many brothers now. Okay, very few want to become a brother. Maybe our life does not attract everybody, but to run these schools, okay, we don't have brothers to run the schools. We don't have principals. Now we are lay people because very few join us. We don't know what will happen in another 20 years or 25 years. There are brothers going all over the place, trying, organizing camps, as I had attended the camps, inviting students, young people to join us. Pray to God that, we get some vocation. Vocation means to join the brothers, so that you will have many brothers. There are the times some of the teachers would know, we used to have 11, 12 brothers working here. You ask, some of your parents would have studied there. Now if having a 3 number is a big thing, it's a big community. Just we have 3 or 4 brothers. Also let's remember all the brothers who have worked in this school. St. Joseph is a reputed school. And everybody wants to join St. Joseph's College. This is because of the hard work of all the brothers, since 1888 till now. They have worked very, very hard. Look at the structure here, the buildings here. Isn't it amazing? The brothers have worked hard, and we are here is because of their hard work. We also will remember all the teachers who are taught here. They are also the part of St. family and the Christian Brothers family. So let us pray for the repose of souls of all the brothers and the teachers and the co-workers who have worked here. And let us continue to pray for our teachers. There are certain things we tell you may not like it, but remember, we do it for your own good, to help you. So thank you very much. May God bless you.